No, Matt, we cannot sing Livin' La Vida Loca to open up our podcast for episode 2.
Ah, darn it.
Hey, guys, welcome back to another episode, our second episode, which is going to be awesome. It is a snowy Tuesday, and I'm seeing a trend when we do podcasts. It's snowing. We're gonna have to cancel this because I hate snow.
No more podcasts.
No, never mind. But we didn't save a dog this time either. So that's out of that loop. So today we're going to be segmented. This is probably what's going to go on forward. We're going to break our podcast down into 3 or 4 topics each time. Last time was more of like
It was Star Wars. Just Star Wars.
Yeah.
Had to talk about Star Wars.
It was a big moment. All right, so we're probably going to start with video games that are coming out and on the horizon. After that, followed by the big trailers that came out over the last few weeks. And then followed up with a review of Batman Bad Blood. Spoiler, it was awesome.
We'll get to that, though.
All right, so first thing to kick off video games, we're going to be seeing Fire Emblem come out in 2 weeks. It's going to be awesome. I like it. I don't know if you've played Fire Emblem.
I don't know too much about the Fire Emblem series.
Okay.
So
it's turn-based strategy.
Okay.
In a fantasy setting, very highly rated. I'm super pumped for it. They're coming out with 2 games this time. It's Fire Emblem Birthright and Conquest, and then there's a third one that they sneak in there. It's called Revelations. It's going to be kind of cool because both games have the same missions for about 6 missions in, and then after that the stories take a whole depending on what game you pick up. I think Conquest is more of like the mercenary side, where Birthright's like the family side of this blood feud. But I'll let you guys figure out the stories when you pick that up because it's awesome.
Cool.
Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow coming out digital on the 27th. Following that, Mortal Kombat Season Pass. Now, I just showed you the Season Pass trailer.
Yeah, we just watched that.
I can't wait.
That's a really neat trailer. I really enjoyed that.
The cool thing is, like, I was not expecting Texas Chainsaw. Baraicho, I kind of expected just because he was in the story. And then they had Triborg. Big return of Cyrax and Sector, along with a new person, which will work really well with the fighting variants that they have in the game.
Okay, cool.
And then after that, my favorite of this Combat Pass, the alien with the Tarakan DNA in it.
Very nice.
Oh, it's going to be so cool. I've watched a few of the gameplays, and it looks like they also have 3 different character models depending on the fighting variant. And now that they've got Boraicho in there that was in the story mode, there's a few other characters that haven't come out yet, like they had Sindel in the story mode.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like they might have a 3rd season pass. I would be totally fine with them just coming out with season passes now.
Yeah.
For this game and just filling in the void like every 6 months. Here's a new combat pass with more characters. Who they're going to put against the Predator and the Alien after that, though. I mean, those are the only characters I play now. And then following that, on the 8th of March, is The Division.
Oh, I can't wait for this game.
I played the beta way too much. Loved it. If you guys didn't get a chance to play the beta, take Destiny, kick it up about 10 points up, and then kick Destiny's ass out of the way. Division's going to blow your mind. If you play Destiny, give it up, put it on the shelf, let it collect dust. You're wasting your time if you're not playing Division. I can't speak higher about it. The mapping system was really cool. Just the way that they handled the online was really well done.
Nice.
How much do you know about the Division?
My big fear about the Division was that sorry, my phone just my phone just objected at me. My big fear about the Division was I didn't want it to be like too repetitive. Like I didn't want it to be like go to the spot, collect some loot, go back to your base, go to the spot, collect some loot, go back to your base. What did you think of that?
So it was pretty cool because when you get into the game, they give you a few story missions and one big story mission, which kind of seems more like a mini strike mission from Destiny.
Okay.
And it was going into the Memorial Hospital, which was really neat. You go through it. On your first playthrough, it takes you about 20-25 minutes, maybe, if you're taking your time and going through it. The AI, very smart.
Nice.
And they use the main component to the game is a cover system, very similar to Gears of War, and you can blind fire. So seeing that in a MMO kind of aspect was really neat. After the main story mission, you have encounters, so you can go in hostage rescue, You can just confront people that are terrorizing people on the streets. You'll run into the mobs on the street, which is really neat. And then the other cool thing is that there's people that are walking down, just random civilians, and they'll be like, hey, I need your help. And you give them a water bottle, and they'll give you stuff. The really cool thing is I've played a lot of MMOs where they mix the cosmetics into the piece of armor that you're wearing. Division has completely stripped that. You get the body armor, and that's like all underneath the suit, and they have their own cosmetic section.
Oh, that's cool.
So unlike World of Warcraft, where it's like, wow, look at these pants. Like, they're awesome. You put them on, they're little booty shorts. In Division, you can put on whatever you want, and then you can be like, you know what, I'm rocking the red parka today with the green beanie, and then you can change it at whatever time you want.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then the guns are pretty cool. You can mod them. I believe there's like 5 mod slots for your main weapon. I think 3 or 4 for the pistol, which was really cool. They have a skill tree that's very similar to Borderlands, with abilities very much the same. Graphics, phenomenal. The Dark Zone. That was one thing I was scared about. Mm-hmm. I thought it wasn't going to be that much fun. I thought I was just going to walk in there and get kill spawned and destroyed. I walked in there with my buddies Pat and Jay and a few others, and we were running through the Dark Zone. I think we played the Dark Zone more than we actually played the actual story components. You're running in. The hardest thing, because there's mobs inside the Dark Zone, and then there's people. And if you shoot another person, you go rogue status, which means everybody on the server hunts you down. So we were playing with a buddy of mine, Pat, and he was like, oh, look, a person. Bam! And because you're in a team, your whole squad goes rogue.
Oh, no.
So there was a time where we probably had 8 or 9 people on us. We're running, we get cornered, and we're like, all right, final stand. Da-da-da-da-da. Dark Zone has its own currency, so you can buy its own better weapons. It's kind of like World of Warcraft with the battle zones. You can jump in, you do a battleground, and then you accumulate that kind of currency and buy other equipment. And then the other cool thing that I was really impressed with, if the server's full, on other games you kind of get kicked out, you get bumped. In Division, what happens is you're in a party. If the server's too full, they'll move you to another server. There's no load times. There's even no load times going in and out of the Dark Zone.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, yeah, it was really neat. And then the other cool thing is if the server's too full and you join a party, it will put you in a different Dark Zone setting, but all you have to do is you will hit like start or something like that and select your party, go join theirs, and when it becomes open, you'll immediately go to your party. Mm-hmm. But, like I said, there's no load times, so you'll jump into their server, and they'll jump into the map, and you can run to them.
Nice.
And then when other players are online, you'll see them on your map, like all your friends, and then that way you can be like, all right, you know what, I want to join his server, jump in. You don't even have to be in a party. You can just sit there and look at him and be like, hey, what's going on? And it's really neat. The other cool thing was voice chat. You can talk to people in the Dark Zone without being in a party.
Okay.
The only problem is if you're using like we were on the Xbox, we're using Xbox Party, you can't hear them because it's muted by the party chat that's going on in the background. So finding a way for all of that to work, we did encounter 1 or 2 glitches with mics going in the Dark Zone chat, but other than that, the game ran so smooth. And then they also said that there is a trading system coming in about 6 months after post-launch, which will be cool just to see how they implement all that. I'm super stoked. This is probably the best beta I've ever played.
Nice. I'm really excited because I'm not crazy about MMOs because usually I find when I play MMOs they start out fun and then they get boring really quickly. But this is the thing I love about The Division is that it kind of combines all the cool aspects of a cover shooter with all the cool aspects of an MMO. So yeah, as soon as I saw the first trailer for The Division, I'm excited. So I can't wait.
I took a few gameplay clips. I'll show you later on. But the day after I played my first little taste of the beta, I immediately went and changed my pre-order to a gold pre-order.
Oh, wow.
Season Pass is like 3 giant installments, which is going to be cool. And it looks like they're going to be handling it kind of like The Witcher, where The Witcher's like, here's some giant story crap, and then everything else is going to be a free download, which is nice. Like I said,
so it's good DLC and not bad DLC.
I can't wait, dude. It looks like they've blocked off part of New York. I'm pretty sure that's where it happens, is New York. So the season pass may look to open up other sections of New York, or even branch off and be like, yeah, it's a bit further than New York. We're going to go into other places. I don't know America very well, so I'm going to have to look at the surrounding areas of that. But okay, enough about me foaming at the mouth for Division. Let's foam at the mouth for some trailers.
So we're going to start off with Deadpool. So Deadpool came out with a new trailer on Christmas Day, and they just came out with another Super Bowl TV spot.
Oh,
so
man.
We'll have just a TV spot muted in the background here.
Yes. Deadpool comes out this Friday, as he told me. I can't see it first day because I can't have this movie spoiled for me like Star Wars. The TV spot for the Super Bowl, probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Pretty funny. Oh my gosh. All these trailers are nailing it.
Where he's like, I've always wanted to be a professional athlete, and he's lining up the shot to just kick somebody's head into the bottom of a car. I can't wait. I even bought a few of the Deadpool comics just to get myself a little prepared, give myself a little background knowledge before going into a movie. I don't want to be a filthy casual. So
the katana, like, in the spoke of the motorcycle. I was like, what on earth? That's amazing.
If it is going to be anything like the comics, we are in for a wild ride. I thoroughly enjoyed the comics and the amount of puns. If you thought Dick Grayson was bad at puns,
oh my gosh,
Deadpool every page.
That's, yeah.
I can't wait for this movie.
I can see that coming in. Oh my gosh. Hopefully I'll be able to see it within the first couple days after it comes out.
Yes. Trying to figure out how
I want to see that.
Gonna try and figure out who I'm gonna go see that with.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be with you, but that or I'm gonna go by myself and just laugh at my.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
For podcast purposes.
For podcast purposes. So we'll probably have a review of Deadpool similar to the Star Wars episode, maybe not as long. And we'll do it a few weeks afterwards, so we're not spoiling anything for anyone.
Deadpool apparently isn't that long, so.
Oh yeah.
I thought I read it was about like an hour and 40, hour and 50 minutes.
You know what? That might be the perfect length for a Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
Because after a while, like, you get intense action, you get the jokes and stuff like that, and then there's so much you can do.
Yeah.
Especially with a comedy show. But being in Marvel, there was one thing I wanted to point out. There's helicarriers in Deadpool, which I'm pretty sure links him in the same universe as the Avengers, which is really cool. I like that. So maybe we'll see him in one of the other ones. Maybe we'll even see him in one of his own movies similar to, like,
hopefully X-Men, especially with Colossus, yeah.
And the other one, there was a clip where she burns through the clothes and she's in an X-Men suit. I can't pronounce her name because it's way too friggin' long.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead or
whatever. That one. She's in an X-Men suit. So that would be really neat to see where they bring him. That, or even like Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Do a little spoof movie. Hopefully after that, Marvel Zombies, please. Thank you. That'd be awesome.
Marvel
Zombies. That's all I want. It's a fantastic idea. Wait till all the, zombies are. Oh, what else can we do with zombies? Marvel Zombies. Hey. They've been doing it for a while. So what's up next?
The new Suicide Squad trailer.
Okay. I'm going to say this right now. No more Suicide Squad trailers. Keep it here. This is perfect. It doesn't reveal too much. I still have a problem with Harley Quinn.
I had a lot of people seem to really like this trailer, and I still don't know how I feel about it yet.
See, the thing about this trailer, if you play it frame by frame, it gives out a lot.
Yeah.
But it definitely sets the better tone. The trailer is played to Queen's
Bohemian
Rhapsody, which is awesome. The only other time I've seen Queen used perfectly was Shaun of the Dead. In the bar where they're beating up the zombies to the beat of the song. Oh. So when they're going through the city with the helicarriers and they're firing missiles to the drum beat, I only have one mixed thing about this trailer is Harley Quinn right here in the scene with the prison seems perfect here.
Yeah.
The very end of the trailer, no, screw it. She seems like an idiot again. Harley Quinn's never been an idiot to me. I've never read her with a high squealy voice. I think I've said that before.
Yeah.
When she's in the prison, perfect. Where she's like, oh yeah, it's just the voices in my head. They didn't actually tell me to do that. I love that. The other cool thing that you see out of this trailer is the Joker might not be the main villain.
Yeah, definitely.
He might.
There's some crazy things going on in this trailer.
So many. I like that they gave us a better look at all the characters, like El Inferno and Killer Croc. We still haven't seen much for Katana, though.
Oh, yeah. Not too much. It's cool because she's an Arrow, so it'll be neat how they transfer that over.
And then we just passed a scene where Deadshot's on top of the car, he's shooting, and because the scene's too dark, you don't get a good chance to see it, but all those military men that go in with them are all corrupted by something. They kind of look like they're in ghillie suits, but I was watching the IGN Rewind trailer. I hate that scene right there. That's so we're bad guys. That's what we do. Shut up. But no, it was really cool. Some people are hinting that OMAC might be the big bad of this. The scene where where they're going through the subway system, where they're bashing through it. If you pause it right at the right moment, you see a mechanical.
Oh, the crazy mechanical tentacle arms.
Yeah. So people are thinking that A, it's OMAC, and he's ripping through a subway station. B, that the soldiers that they're shooting, like all the creatures that were in the office building and in the streets with Deadshot on the car, are all people that OMAC's corrupted.
Okay.
And this is why I'm saying, this is why we need to stop here. Don't do what we did for Batman vs. Superman.
Oh, gosh. Yes.
Batman vs. Superman revealed too much. Leave it here, Suicide Squad. That's it.
Yep.
I'm happy. I'll watch this trailer over and over again. I already have. Batman and Superman, can't say too much about that.
Overall, Suicide Squad, I'm still slightly skeptical, but cautiously optimistic.
And why's that?
I don't know. Like I feel it's just the Suicide Squad's really loved over the past couple years since they're fairly new group of characters, like fairly new like storyline. And I think that if I don't, it's a really hard character dynamic to get right, and like we've kind of seen a live action ish interpretation of the Suicide Squad with Arrow. I just want them to get it right, and it'll be difficult to get right. I think
that's like the biggest thing especially with these Marvel and DC movies is just getting it right. Do you think that it's the New 52 that's brought like the fame to the Suicide Squad? Because they've been around for a very long time. This team, and it just changes the roster out.
The New 52 has probably brought back the popularity of the idea and of the team.
Now, do you think it's because it's been a vamped team, or do you think it's just Harley Quinn? Because over the past couple of years, Harley Quinn's been blown up into... It's very similar to Deadpool. These two characters have been blown up over the years, and it's like they're big and popular. So do you think people are going to see it for the Suicide Squad itself, or just a Joker Harley kind of movie where it's like, hey...
I can see that, but
I really hope it's not.
Me too. Me too.
Because Deadshot's got really good backstory.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of these characters do. Out of all the Suicide Squad characters, who do you think's going to quote unquote make the movie?
Make the movie? I'm really hoping for Deadshot. I read Deadshot #1. It was way back. I think it was like 2 years ago or a year ago, where it was like Villains Takeover Month, and they had all their single issues. And I really liked that backstory that they came out with. But having read the original 30-issue New 52 Suicide Squad, I would really like to see El Inferno come out on top. And we don't get to see a lot of him in this trailer, but he would be a really cool background character to come up and have like moments of hype, I guess. How about you?
For me, part of me wants to say Captain Boomerang just because he's a giant dork.
You know what? The scenes that they've shown where he comes out of the military bag and punches the guy, and then he's sitting by the car, and then it's like dun, 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 tss, and he's drinking the Coke while he's running around.
Part of me wants to say Captain Boomerang, just for the comedy of it.
Do you think there's going to be any similarities between the live-action movie that they're coming out with now and the Assault on Arkham?
I could sort of see that, the similarities, especially because with the backstory of Joker as a villain from Assault on Arkham and involvement of Batman, which I think we've seen Batman in the first trailer. So
and a few leak shots.
Yeah,
him on top of Joker's car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's probably going to be certain similarities, but it looks like they're telling a pretty different story, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Because it's going to piss off a lot of people if they go into the movie and they're like, wait, Harley Quinn Deadshot? What? If you don't know what I mean, go see Assault on Arkham. And go and read the New 52 Suicide Squad. I think the second volume actually dropped today for the new Suicide Squad.
Nice.
I'm probably going to pick that up. But what's next on there?
The TMNT 2 Super Bowl spot.
Just want to say, I called it. Krang. He's in it. Yeah, and I called it.
That's pretty much all there really is in this trailer is Krang.
Okay.
Reveal of Krang.
My first question, better or worse than the second one? Or first one? What do we think?
I don't know. I don't think it's better or worse.
Okay. We don't get, like you said, we don't get to see a lot of Krang.
I don't know if I like the airplane.
I don't
know if I like that.
Michael Bay's a hit and miss for me. It depends on how he's going to take it. If he's going to go super serious or silly. The TMNT always has had its moments of serious and comedy. It's just where he's going to put them.
Yeah.
Bebop, Rocksteady.
I still love that. That's going to be great.
And Krang looks awesome, too.
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, I just don't want the same movie as the first one. I want something different.
Yeah. We don't want a repeat of the first one.
We don't want a repeat of Transformers, either, where it's like, oh, look.
Aliens robots falling from the sky.
That's the other thing. I don't want this movie to be just a rehash of Transformers either.
Yeah.
Because it's, hey, look, the Technodrome is sitting there out in the sky. That's the other thing. I think this is going to be another Technodrome movie. And if anything, we might see a third movie where Shredder and Krang team up. Because that's a classic team up. Like that's happened in the comics how many times? And the show.
Oh yeah.
My buddy Spencer, who's been watching the TV show, we were watching it one night, and Krang started. I'm like, hey, look at it. And now that we've got Stockman in there too,
yeah,
like we're getting into the lore of TMNT, and it's gonna the next couple movies, if we keep up on this path, which we probably will because it's Michael Bay. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah,
I'm scared for it, but I'm excited.
The last one, saving the best for last. Oh my goodness, this was amazing last night.
Yes. You sent a text to me, and you're like, dude, no. You need to just stop everything you're doing and watch this trailer right now.
This blew my mind. That was amazing. That one shot.
I might have... Is that... Oh,
where
Bucky
Iron
Barnes.
Man, like, gets his Iron Suit hand, puts his Iron Man suit hand in front of the barrel of the handgun, and stops the bullet.
From Bucky Barnes. Bucky Barnes is trying to kill Iron Man right now.
And look at his face. He's like, did this guy just try to kill me? Look on his face. Like, this guy literally just tried to kill me.
I cannot wait. Lots of explosions.
Another hint at War Machine.
I don't know if they're gonna kill War Machine. This is the thing.
Like, I don't think they will, but, like, what's the deal with this?
We are talking about the Civil War Super Bowl spot, and they revealed a lot in this trailer. We were talking the other one of the Zero podcasts of who's going to be on what team, and they came out with the whole roster.
The lineup.
They came up with the roster. Now, I do want to say, holy crap, hashtags. I don't think I've ever seen that many hashtags in one trailer.
Oh my gosh.
Because not only did they go hashtag Team Iron Man, Team Captain, they also did hashtag for every single character that's in the lineup. And then they did a hashtag for the movie.
Oh gosh.
It's like, I didn't see this many hashtags for the Twilight series. It's like hashtag Team Edward or Team Jacob, and then hashtag for everybody on their list. Like, I don't understand hashtags. I think that might be it.
Yeah.
But
all right, let's break this down.
Captain America.
Okay, so Team Cap, we've got Falcon, Ant-Man. Yes! And it looks like they've modified the helmet a little bit, which is kind of neat. I'll go grab that DVD, but you can name
I was expecting him to be a little taller.
Name the other people.
So then we've also got Hawkman. And then we've got Captain America, one of my Hawkeye. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, that was.
This isn't Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah. Then we've got one of my personal favorites, Elizabeth Olsen playing Scarlet Witch.
And then Bucky.
No, and then Bucky Barnes.
See, look at that. They modified the helmet.
They did.
Especially, like, in the back of the ears.
Okay.
So they've definitely changed and modified the Ant-Man helmet, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Maybe a bit. Do you think... Okay, so in the Civil War comic books, we had Spidey get a...
That's the other thing about this trailer. No Spidey.
No Spidey yet. But in the comics, we did have Spider-Man get a robo-suit from Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Do you think that Ant-Man got a tech boost from Iron Man? And then
maybe from the Avengers or something.
Yeah.
Or it could just be like Hank upgrading the suit. I don't know. It could just be Hank Pym updating the suit.
Yeah.
But who knows? That'll be interesting. Okay, Team Iron Man.
Team Iron Man.
I was completely wrong with my guess on the last when we talked about this last.
And what did you think on the
I
last
thought I said the Vision was gonna pull X-Men and the Wolverine and just like
just
bugger off
and
and
the
like
Hulk
not...
can be okay, goodbye. This is your problem. Deal with it.
I thought the Vision wasn't gonna get involved, but the Vision is on Team Iron Man.
Sweet.
Is that a little overpowered?
Well, let's go. Okay. So we've got the Vision, we've got Black Panther, we have Iron Man, Black Widow, and War Machine. There, yep. I didn't mess up that lineup.
Yep.
Do I think this is overpowered, especially with the Vision?
The Vision overpowered.
Well, we've got 3 robots, and then we've got Black Widow, Black Panther. I think we might be a bit overpowered on this one. I do. Just watching the Vision go at Ultron.
Like, I don't know if anyone on Team Cap can take on Vision.
Yeah, see, now the other thing is, like, making a reference to the New 52 JLA comics, they had a team that would go after the Justice League. So they had a person matched up for each. So definitely Captain America versus Iron Man. Now, who's War Machine going to take out? Probably Bucky.
I was going to say, maybe Bucky or, like, Falcon and Ant-Man, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So then Vision's going to take on, Scarlet Witch?
Maybe.
And then Black Panther's going to take on, like, Ant-Man, or...
Black Widow and Hawkeye are definitely going to show down.
Yes.
That's happening.
That's going to happen. So then everybody else versus Black Panther. Black Panther's going to be awesome.
That'll be... Yeah, I'm excited about that.
The movie that's coming up for that one.
The hype for this movie just went through the roof for me.
There's the hashtags. And it's just...
This is happening.
This is happening. Okay, talking about hype. Do you think Marvel's been overhyped? Like, when we have a bad Marvel movie, are we going to know it?
Yes. Definitely.
Definitely?
I think so.
Or do you think the hype's just going to overpower it? Like, what if Deadpool turns out to be a complete crock of crap?
That's true. And with Deadpool, it's easy to get wrong, and we've seen it being very easy to get wrong in the past. I think Deadpool's easy to get wrong, so there is a chance that Deadpool could be bad, but based on what they've showed us so far, it doesn't look like it's going to be.
And it definitely does not look like a kid's movie. I repeat, this is not going to be a kid's movie. Deadpool is going to be like absolutely ridiculous. All the jokes about, I want to bring my 9-year-old. No, you can't. Not to Deadpool. This is
I don't know. A bad movie's a bad
movie's
a bad movie. So no matter who's got the title to it, I think. Yeah. Bad movies can be bad.
Bad movies can be bad. I really hope, it definitely looks like these 2 companies have been definitely going over with a fine-tooth comb for their movies. Yeah. So, it doesn't look like we're ever going to get a bad Marvel movie, but it's possible. The Hulk. The old ones.
But yeah, we've had them in the past, so.
Alright, so, final segment. We both watch Batman Bad Blood.
The new animated DC movie, Batman Bad Blood, just came out on hard copy just recently. It's been out on digital for a little while. We are heading on the spoiler train, and this train's not stopping. So if you haven't seen the movie, don't get on the train with us.
We're going to give you a moment to click off, and there we go. Moment's done. All right, so first impressions of Bad Blood.
When I went into this movie, I expected it to be okay because Son of Batman and Batman vs. Robin were just okay to me.
And what about Justice League War? Complete crap. That's what I'm calling it.
Well, we're gonna wait till Justice League vs. Teen Titans comes out.
Anything is better than series. War. I'm sorry. I'm making it publicly stated. Justice League War is a piece of crap. any DC movie can be better than that. Do you think this is a better DC movie than ones that you've seen, the animated movies?
Well, yeah, it's better than certainly a lot of other ones that I've seen, since I collect most of them.
Yeah. Which ones is it not better than?
I would definitely, like, the one that just came out before this was Justice League Gods and Monsters, and I loved I love that thing to death.
I'm gonna have to watch that then.
So I would say I probably didn't like it as much as Gods and Monsters, but it's probably really close. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's better than Son of Batman and Batman versus Robin. It will definitely not surpass things like Mask of the Phantasm. It will definitely not surpass things like
Batman Year One,
Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker.
Yes. I have that coming in the mail right now, Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's probably up there with like the Batman Year Ones and the the Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2.
Under the Red Hood. Like, it's probably up there in one of the better animated movies, but it's definitely not like a Mask of the Phantasm or Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go on a movie binge now. Yes. Okay. So we open up. I was expecting a bit more Batman. I was not expecting this to be the Dick Grayson movie that it was.
I think I expected it because they introduced so many new characters that I didn't think we were going to see a lot of Batman until like the last act of the movie, which is pretty much what happened.
One critique that I did say was that it was just filled with too many characters. Do you feel the same way about that?
There were a lot of characters, but I think they were good characters.
Yes.
I didn't think they were characters just for the sake of characters. Some of the villains I thought were characters just for the sake of characters.
Electrocutioner?
Not so much Electrocutioner. I was thinking of like the Damian Clone.
Okay.
I was wondering what the deal with that was.
Okay, so the thing that I linked to you on Facebook was Batman and Robin Reborn, which was pre New 52. It's post Crisis, where Batman is dead. And so Grayson takes over the mantle for Batman. Mm-hmm. And one of my favorite comics of all time. It's Batman bitching about being Batman and Robin going, I can be a better Batman. Which is, I'm not lying, it's in the comics, that entire scene where they're in the Batmobile, and that conversation happens. And I'm like, whoa, I just read this is cool. With the addition of Batwoman. And the cool thing in the comics is they bring the old Batman to a Lazarus pit. And it turns out that Batman is actually a clone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was really, really similar. I feel like they did it better in this one because it was going to be a lot harder to explain than the Crisis one.
The thing that bugged me about Clone Damian was that at the beginning of the movie, Batman like stares at this guy and he sees like a flash of who he is, and then all of a sudden he gets that look in his eyes like, oh crap, I know this person.
Yeah. And
then it would like, that was never explained like anywhere later in the movie. So that's what bugged me about that. What did you think of our crazy plot twist of Talia as our villain?
Talia as the villain.
I didn't see that coming at all.
I didn't see it either, which was really cool. I liked the twist, and then I was trying to find out why the hell. So the Damian Clone goes under the alias of Heretic. I was trying to figure out why Heretic was getting so close to Talia, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. And then he's like, I'm your son, and I'm like, okay, no, everything's starting to fit. And then like the fact that he didn't want to hurt Damian or anything like that, and it was gonna mess up. Like at first I was thinking maybe it was like a future movie, like hey, this is the future Damian, but then it's a clone Damian, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. I did like the twist though. The twist was cool.
It was a good twist. I didn't see that coming, and that was really enjoyable. Talia herself, I was a little off put by. I would say it was so random. One of the pieces of dialogue from Talia where I actually like shook my head in like amazement because I was just flabbergasted by what she said was when Bruce is under her mind control and she says to him, "Kill the bastard first. We can always make more."
Yes,
that was like what did she just say? What did I just hear that? Like that kind of threw me out of the movie for like a good 5 or 10 seconds.
It totally just ice creamed you from War. Yeah, there was a few pieces of dialogue. The other thing that I picked up on this movie, which was a little bit of a criticism, that you didn't see, like, they changed it right at the end. The streets of Gotham are bare dry. You see the Batmobile and Batwoman. Batwoman's chasing the Batmobile.
Yeah.
And they're driving through the streets. Nobody's on them.
Oh,
no
that's
pedestrians.
True. I didn't notice
no
that.
cars. And I was like, this is kind of weird. But then later on in the movie, they're filled to the brim with people whenever they need to.
Oh, okay.
It's like there's a warning. It's like Batman's on the road. Everybody get in. It's like, it's a vacuum. They all get sucked up. Which I saw, and then there was a few pieces of dialogue. There always is a few pieces of dialogue.
There always is in these movies, especially with the. I'm gonna call it like the Son of Batman / Justice League War universe that we're in.
Yes.
So
it's not a bad universe, but
it's not a bad universe. It's just these movies have had some really strange pieces of dialogue.
And then there was a line between Batwoman and her dad that kind of caught me off guard too, and it was like, wait, whoa, what? I think it was in the cafe, but it was kind of like an off-putting comment.
Okay.
I don't remember it. I only watched it once. But like those are other pieces. Batwoman's character was done very well.
That was awesome.
Yes.
She's super cool.
This movie's so good that I actually went and bought the first volume of Batwoman. And I've also heard that the Batwoman comics are fantastically done too as well.
Batwing, you could probably argue, was a little bit rushed as a character, but I don't care. I thought he was cool.
I thought he was cool too. He did come partway through the movie, which was nice. They didn't jump in right off the bat with him. Pun. But no,
I didn't mind it.
They didn't. I didn't mind it. It kind of seemed a bit more like Cyborg though. Like we were getting a
little
Cyborg movie.
A little bit of a cyborg-ish theme.
And then what did you think of the second twist, where you think the movie's over and it's not?
That was awesome.
Yes.
That was so good. I just so the big reveal at the end of the very end of the movie is Batgirl in her new costume that everyone seems to really love.
Batgirl of Burnside. I can't wait, especially having Dick Grayson like implemented as a main character now. And then Killing Joke is the next one for the animated movies, if I'm correct. Which is gonna be
the next one is Justice League versus Teen Titans.
Yes.
And then I think Killing Joke's after that.
And that one's confirmed, rated R.
Wow.
We're going to get the Killing Joke.
And I think Kevin Conroy's confirmed. Because they confirmed Mark Hamill a while ago, but I think Conroy's confirmed now too.
This is going to be amazing.
Yes.
And the way that the Batgirl comics are going, I've read the first Burnside comic, and then I've read the other, I've got the first 3 volumes of the other one. Mm-hmm. Those are really well done. I'm excited, especially because they didn't jump into the old suit. They jumped right into the Burnside suit.
Okay.
Like, wait, what? And
this is Barbara Gordon, right? This Batgirl?
This is Barbara.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So,
just wanted to make sure.
The only thing I'm scared about is getting a movie where it's going to be like a rom-com between Nightwing and Batgirl. Mm-hmm. If you've read anything, they don't exactly have the best relationship, I would say.
Okay.
They're not together. And if Batgirl of Burnside is being implemented, I want to know if Grayson is going to end up happening too. Mm-hmm. Where I'm not going to spoil the end of Nightwing 30, but Grayson becomes a secret agent of Spiral, and basically is like the James Bond of the DC universe. I want to see if they're going to do that. That's going to be in a few more movies, but I'm excited to see what kind of universe they implement with this.
It's neat because I thought when I saw Batgirl, I was a little confused like at the beginning, because I thought just because the way this universe is laid out, I thought we would have maybe seen like a paralyzed Barbara Gordon already.
Yes.
By this point, so it was cool to see Batgirl. Super excited about that. In terms of what's coming next, Justice League versus Teen Titans. So that's the sequel to Justice League Throne of Atlantis.
Damian as the role.
Damian as Robin in the Teen Titans. This is the first time we're seeing Damian as a Titan, and I think that's so cool.
Yes. Oh, another cool thing to point out: Starfire was also Easter egged in this one as well. The very first scene that you see Dick Grayson, he's on the phone with Starfire, planning out a date, and you can hear her in the background. So that I like. It's kind of like the Disney universe where they drop like an Easter egg of the next movie. So it's kind of it's interesting. So they're definitely dating. Yeah. So do we think that? Do we know if Nightwing's gonna be in JL versus Teen Titans?
Nightwing is in Justice League versus Teen Titans because I watched the behind the scenes on the DVD, and there's cool little bits of dialogue between Nightwing and Damian. Talking about like Damian doesn't want to be part of a team because he's a stubborn little kid, and Nightwing's telling him like, "Oh, this is something you could use." He's like, "It's just a bunch of teenagers," and Damian's like, "Even worse, yeah, grumpy Damian."
I could be Batman.
So our lineup for the Teen Titans is Raven, which is cool, and she's going to be a big part of the story because her father's the villain.
Yes, Trigon.
Blue Beetle, very cool. He looks exactly like Blue Beetle in Young Justice, and I love Young Justice, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Who else do we have? We have Starfire, Beast Boy.
Oh, Beast Boy.
And
nice.
Robin.
But not. So Blue Beetle is taking over the spot for Cyborg.
I thought there was one more. Well, it's neat because Cyborg's not a Titan in this because he's on the Justice League in this universe, right?
Oh, right.
Cyborg's in the Justice League, but the cool thing is Cyborg's kind of like the connecting factor between the Teen Titans and the Justice League.
Okay.
Because Cyborg, they did this cool thing in the behind the scenes where he's like, Cyborg can't have pizza with Batman because like that wouldn't ever happen. So Cyborg like brings pizza to the Teen Titans because he can hang out with the Teen Titans and have pizza with the Titans.
So it's kind of like in Young Justice where like Black Canary and all of them, they're like, hey, we're not like the grandfathers of the Justice League, but we're like the intermediaries.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So yeah, that's the kind of role Cyborg's gonna play.
And then Trigon takes over.
I could see Shazam like that too.
Oh yeah, Shazam was in War too.
Yeah, he's in the Justice League.
That's cool.
So
now the other thing is where's so we're replacing Red Robin with Damian.
Yes.
Do you think that Red Robin's going to show up anywhere?
Well, I love Tim Drake, so I'd hope so.
Tim Drake.
That'd make me happy.
Yeah.
And the other thing is Starfire is the oldest member of the Titans in this movie, so she's the leader.
Yeah.
Because I think she's around Nightwing's age, because that was the other thing in Batman Bad Blood. It definitely looks like Dick Grayson and Starfire are dating.
Which may bring up Red Hood and the Outlaws.
Maybe.
That would be kind of cool because we haven't seen a new 52 Red Hood in the DC animated universe yet. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not he's going to be a good guy or a bad guy, along with Arsenal. I would love to see that kind of movie. That'd be nice. Mm-hmm. Then we have The Killing Joke coming out after that. Have they talked about any other movies after these ones, or these are the next two in the lineup?
I think those are the next two in the lineup. We'll look that up later, definitely, if there's going to be, or what's coming up next. I guess we'll see. So I guess we'll wrap things up here.
Yeah.
I definitely have a message I want to shout out to people.
All right, let's shout it out.
Netflix just released season 2 of Young Justice.
Yes, I can finish it
on Netflix. So Young Justice season 2 is on Netflix now. I encourage as many people as I can to watch it because if a ton of people watch Young Justice Season 2, and it is trending right now on Netflix,
yes. Season 3.
I would really love Netflix to pick up Season 3 of Young Justice and finish the story. Because those of you who have watched Young Justice, it ends on 2 major cliffhangers, and of course the show got canceled, so it definitely deserves a Season 3 to wrap up the show.
And Nightwing's in it. That's another reason.
So
Dick Grayson as Robin. I'm just saying.
I'd encourage you guys to watch season 2 of Young Justice on Netflix.
I think they can also get a little taste of Blue Beetle too.
If there's any chance to get season 3 of Young Justice, you gotta watch that.
No. Season 4, 5, and 6. That's what we're. That's
if
what we're
only.
For. Anything else we want to plug?
That's all I wanted to say.
I know you've been coming out with mini episodes.
Yeah, I was trying to do that. So what I did was I wrote a mini episode for Arrow, Flash, and Legends of Tomorrow started again.
Yep.
And what happened was I wrote out like my points that I wanted to say for each show, and then I recorded it, and then I realized it just didn't sound good.
Okay.
I didn't like the way it sounded, so I'd like to come back to that.
Yeah.
When I have more time.
Okay, so we're
but I think I'm going to start writing full scripts if I do that though.
Okay.
Because I had a really uncomfortable time just kind of speaking off the cuff. So.
Yeah.
I think I'll start
Kinda like
scripting
what
those.
we do here.
So, well, this is easy because we can bounce back and forth off each other, and it's just like having a conversation. But when I'm talking by myself, it feels really awkward to me. So I think I might start writing out scripts.
Okay.
So
yeah, no, because I know I said that I gave up on one idea, but I'm actually going to go back into it, which was researching. I'm not going to give out the idea right away. I'll talk to you about it after. I bounced an idea to my buddy Pat, and he's like, "Yeah, go for it." So I'm going to try and go back into that. There's just a lot of research, so my minis are probably going to be once a month.
Okay.
And they're probably going to take on the role of, I don't know if I'm going to release them as an 1.5 to 2 hour episodes, or break them down into subsections of like half-hour episodes and then make a season out of it. There's definitely characters that I can do where it will be seasons of just one guy, but then I've also got plenty of material to work with and just kind of executing that at the same time. So I'll be doing a few minis soon.
If I start going back into minis, they're just going to be about like 15-20 minutes max.
Yeah.
So
kind of like we've definitely brought this kind of podcast down a bit, which was, I like this shorter format.
It's nice.
Nice. But yeah, anything else?
That's it.
That's it. All right. Well, thank you for listening this far ahead, and well, thank you for joining us on our second episode, for making it this far. If you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, just drop it down in the respected places where this is going to be up on SoundCloud and YouTube, or if you're on YouTube, it'll be on SoundCloud. SoundCloud will be on YouTube. If there's anything that we missed or anything that you guys want us to talk about, just throw us a comment. You know who we are.
Yep.
And again, thank you very much. Have a good night, guys.
See you guys later.
Have a good night, guys.
See you guys later.
Have a good night, guys.
See you guys later.
Have a good night, guys.
See you guys later.
Have a good night, guys.
See you guys later.
Have a good night.